Starting or building an online fitness business can sometimes seem a little bit scary. Maybe you already have a successful offline business, either a gym or a studio, and you're sick of trading time for money and you want to see what all this online fitness training hype is all about. Or maybe you already have an online fitness business, but you're pulling your hair out and scratching your head because it's not quite working. You see other coaches online absolutely killing it, but things just aren't falling in place for you. Whatever your situation, it's totally normal when you set up a business, especially when you transition from offline to online. That's why in this video, I want to give you one key element that if you change this and get it right in your online fitness business, it could really take your business to the next level. Let's dive straight in. So you might be thinking, how can one element change my whole online fitness business? And that's really because it ties into every part of your online fitness business. It affects your marketing, your pricing, your offer, your sales, your messaging, and even your social media platforms. And I'm pretty sure I've probably missed a few off there. It also gives you focus and clarity and really a clear roadmap to help you scale and grow your online fitness business. Now, of course, there are plenty of other elements that go into creating a successful online fitness business, but after working with hundreds and hundreds of coaches, helping them scale their businesses online, this is one of the most common and really has the biggest impact when we change and tweak this to growing your online fitness business. Now, this might sound familiar, and do you know what it is yet? Of course, it's your online fitness niche. It's a specialist segment of a market for any particular kind or product. And that sounds a little bit technical, so let's make it a little bit simpler. So an online fitness niche is where we get very specific with a certain audience. We don't go too broad and we really narrow that audience down, and I'm going to get to some examples further along in this video. So when starting or growing your online fitness business, why do we need a niche and how does this apply to you? When you become an online fitness coach, you might be transitioning out of a gym or a studio or anything offline. And when you work offline, you don't really need a niche. You can stay quite broad because you're getting prospects coming to you. People are either coming through the door at the gym or your studio brings in prospects. So you have that natural footfall and you don't really need to go out and look for any prospects. So you don't really need a niche. You may prefer to work with men or you may prefer to work with women between a certain age, but that's really the extent of your niche. So when you transition online or you start growing your business online, if you're very, very broad, it doesn't work the same because you have to go out and prospect for clients. And I see this time and time again. Coaches go from offline to online and it really just doesn't click for them. They can't get the right people to come through the door. They can't charge the right prices, and then they really can't get the right results because they're so broad in their marketing and what they offer. So the issue with this is now you're competing with a lot of other online coaches. You end up falling into this huge pond where everyone's pretty broad. You can't really differentiate yourself. You've got no unique selling points. So then you can't charge high prices. You end up charging really low prices, doing like Zoom workouts or selling like low ticket programs. And this is really where I see so many coaches fall short. Okay, so you've probably got some questions. What should you do? How do you find a niche? And what is a good niche? And it's actually quite simple. The first question you want to ask yourself is, are you your niche? Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean is, have you been through a struggle yourself and come through the other side? Have you found that formula to help people similar to you? So for example, for me, I was quite an overweight child that didn't really like to train, but fell in love with sport. Then a few years on, I fell in love with weightlifting and then really started to work on my body. So I could potentially take a similar niche, people that are similar to my age, similar like they like their sport, but don't necessarily like training, and then make them fall in love with training in a certain way. Again, another example, maybe you're a dad and you were overweight and you couldn't quite find the time to train and really work on your diet, but you found a formula to help you. So then you can go out and help other dads because you really understand that target market. Or maybe you're a gamer who has really struggled to put on muscle and weight over the last 10 years, but you found a way to make that work. Again, remember, are you your niche? Start with yourself, because if you understand yourself, you can also understand that niche as well. So it starts with you. Ask yourself, are you your niche, or have you helped someone that you really understand understand, because you really need to understand that niche to resonate with that audience. If you're trying to serve the dad niche and you're not a dad yourself, how can you understand that audience? How can you understand the pains, the problems that they go through if you haven't been a dad yourself? And when it comes to your niche, really be patient with it. It's not set in stone from day one. We really just want to build the foundations and then build on top of that. You want to be fluid and flexible, because over time you may find a sub-segment of that niche that you want to serve and help more. So what is a good online fitness niche? A good online fitness niche is very, very identifiable and easily targetable online. You really want to be able to identify that niche's problems, call out that audience online, and really serve that niche in the best possible way. When it comes to your niche, most people, like I said at the start of this video, are very, very broad. I almost want to explain it like a general practitioner or a doctor at the local surgery. You're very much a jack of all trades and you can help all kinds of problems. But when you go online, you really want to become a brain surgeon. You want to be able to fix a specific problem for a specific audience. So when a brain surgeon goes into theatre, they're just working on brains. They're not looking at anything else in the body, and they're an expert in that field. So for your online fitness business, you want to become a brain surgeon. You really want to become an expert in a specific market and target that specific market. And this is where you can really start to charge higher prices, because you become an expert in that market. For example, if you can reverse type 2 diabetes or help a mum lose weight when she's tried all the fad diets for the last 10 years, then do you think they're going to invest in themselves with a high ticket price and a high ticket coaching program when they've tried everything over the last 10 years? The answer is yes, and I do myself. I invest in myself by paying a coach to help me with my biggest problems. So again, when it comes to your online coaching, this is where your niche is really, really powerful, because if you're an expert, then people are willing to pay for expert services. So you can see, when you become an expert in that niche and you have that really specific niche and you become confident with that niche, this is when everything ties into your business. And like I mentioned at the start of this video, all the elements to your online business really come back to how good your online fitness niche is. Like I mentioned, it ties into your marketing, your messaging, your offer, your coaching, your prices, your program, really everything. And again, I've probably missed a few off there, but you can see how it encompasses your whole business, because your niche really defines how you speak to people, how you market, what you put out on your social media platforms. And that really gives you a solid foundation to work on. Like I said, it gives you that clear and concise plan to work towards and that roadmap to really scale your business. You're not kind of scattering everywhere and posting all over different platforms with all this different messaging. You're really just targeting on that specific niche. So if you want to learn more about how to start, grow, and scale an online fitness business, then the next thing you want to do is check out the video I've got linked up here on software for online personal trainers. In this video, I talk about the software you actually need in your online fitness business and some of the pitfalls to look out for, and the software that you don't really need to get started. So be sure to check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.